30, 1896, Jose Rizal sat in his cell, penning the last of his written work. Farewell, my adored land, region of the sun's caress, pearl of the Orient Sea, our Eden lost. With gladness, I give you my life, sad and repressed, and were it more brilliant, more fresh, and at its best, I would still give it to you for your welfare at most. In celebrating the Philippine Independence Day today, Queensland University of Technology proudly presents the heroism of Jose Rizal, a man who used the pen as a sword to inspire the Filipino people to unite and fight against the oppression and abuse of the Spanish rule. Such was the love for his country that this inevitably led to Jose Rizal's ultimate sacrifice.
Sorry, you have to adjust, please. The space is wide. I'm so sorry.
This is the beginning of an end.
I'm just standing still.
Now,
Don't worry, I won't move
let
an
us
inch.
trace back Jose Rizal's struggle and journey before this very sad day of his execution. Jose Prakash Rizal y Mercado Alonso Realonda was born on June 19, 1861. He grew up to be a man of many talents and was successful in a variety of careers as a journalist, an artist, a novelist, a mathematician, an optometrist, and a linguist, among other things. His success attracted the admiration of many people, but there was one woman who held his affection, Leonor Rivera. Jose Rizal and Leonor Rivera were soon separated both by distance and familial obligations. Jose Rizal secretly left the Philippines for the first time to Spain to finish his studies. To avoid detection, he used his cousin's name Jose Mercado in his passport, which was procured by his uncle Antonio Rivera, father of Leonor Rivera. Heartbroken from his separation with Leonor Rivera, Jose Rizal decided to immortalize her in his novel, Noli Me Tangere, giving birth to the iconic character, Maria Clara. fiction, but it exposed and criticized the inequities of the Spanish rule, particularly with religion and government. Abuse was rampant in positions of power, and basic human rights were denied to Filipinos. To free his country, but he was also a loving son. He saw how his people suffered, and he also knew how his family grieved for his absence. He asked forgiveness and understanding from his mother, Teodora Alonso, then told her about his journey. Love blossomed again in Jose Rizal's life in the form of Josephine Bracken. Though he could not get permission to marry her because of rebellious allegations towards him, the couple still lived as husband and wife would. Jose Rizal continued his work while Josephine Bracken assisted and supported him.
Ang bayan kong Pilipinas, lupain ng ginto't bulaklak, pag-ibig na sa kanyang pangalan, nag-alay na ganda't ilan, at sa kanyang yumi at ganda, dayuhan ay nahalina. Bayan ko, binihag ka, nasadlak sa dusa. Ibon ng may layang lumipad, kulungin mo at umiiyak. Bayan pa kayang saktan nila, ang di magnasang makaalpas. Pilipinas kong minumutya, pugad ng luha at salita, aking adhika, makita kang saktan laya.
Due to the influence of his writing on the public and the use of his name by the rebel fighters, Jose Rizal was arrested en route to volunteering his medical services in Cuba. He was tried before a martial court for rebellion, sedition, conspiracy, and treason. Despite his avowing the revolution and the violence it caused, Jose Rizal was convicted of all charges. On the eve of December 30, 1896, Jose Rizal sat in his cell, penning the last of his written words, Mi Ultimo Adios. Farewell, parents, brothers, beloved by me, friends of my childhood, and the home distressed. Give thanks that now I rest from the wearisome day. Farewell, sweet stranger, my friend who brightened my way.
Maybe I'll stand with you.
Farewell to all I love. To die.
They're already angry at me.
At the age of 35, Jose Rizal faced a fiery squad of Filipino soldiers. With the blaze of the Philippine Revolution set well and truly alight, Spanish troops stood behind them, ready to shoot to execute